Then we cut back to Thomas and Percy in the woods talking to Hero, but here's some changes. The main change about the scene is that Stanley is with Thomas and Percy in the scene, as Stanley was originally intended to be in the film, but he was dropped. But aside from Stanley being there, this is the only change that the scene has. We then cut back to the steamworks where Spencer is being overhauled and cleaned after his accident at the quarry. And while Spencer is being repaired, Spencer and the scene remains normal as per the original film, aside from Sir Handel, Peter Sam, and Duncan, as well as a few other narrow gauge engines making some cameos. And then Thomas and Percy puff into the steamworks as per the original film, and they have their conversation with Kevin while Spencer gets annoyed, as per the original film. And then Thomas and Percy then get some more parts to fix Hero. We then cut back to Hero's hideout, where Thomas, Percy, as well as Stanley have all got parts to fix Hero now. And Hero then thanks Thomas, Percy, as well as Stanley for fixing him and making him functional. Then we cut to the night scene at Timoth's sheds, and the only difference is that Stanley, Toby, Rosie, and Molly are at the sheds as well. And the scene where Sir Topham Hatt talks to Thomas, and then Thomas's friends talk to Thomas about Hero remains the same as per the original film. Then we cut to the next morning, where just like in the original film, Spencer is racing down the line as Spencer is trying to find where Hero's location, as well as find the mail cars. We then cut to the scene where James and Toby are at Hero's hideout with Hero. The only difference is that more engines are in this scene. These engines being Rosie, Molly, Donald and Douglas, Neville, and Duck. As they have also brought parts to fix Hero as well. But then once Toby and James, as well as the others, hear Spencer's whistle, James, Toby, along with the other engines, go to stop Spencer from heading towards Hero's location. And then, just like in the original film, Spencer steals Percy's mail cars from their hiding spot, whilst James, Toby, Duck, Rosie, Donald, Douglas, Molly, and Neville all chase after Spencer. And during this chasing, we also get appearances from Oliver, Arthur, and Murdoch as well during this chasing as well. And then Thomas gets into the chase, and then Rosie, Molly, Neville, and Duck as well as Thomas are all diverted onto another track to create to create a blockage to prevent Spencer from going anywhere, and Donald, Douglas, James, Toby, Thomas, Duck, Rosie, Molly, and Neville all managed to create a blockage, blocking Spencer and preventing him from escaping. And then this scene happens as per the original film, and then Thomas, Toby, James, Donald, Douglas, Duck, Molly, Rosie, and Neville all then all go to tell Sir Topham Hatt about what Spencer has done. And just like in the original film, Sir Topham Hatt reprimands Spencer for stealing Percy's mail cars, and gives Spencer a warning. Then we cut back to Thomas as well as Percy and Stanley at Hero's hideout. And Hero is talking is thanking them for that. Now he's fixed. But however, the celebration doesn't last for too long. As Thomas, Percy, and Stanley all hear as well as Hero all hear Spencer's whistle, and their only choice is to run from Spencer as fast as possible. Hero then starts puffing around down the line with Thomas, Percy, and Stanley, and they all escape out of the hiding place while Spencer catches up to him as per the original film. And then the chase scene happens in the original film, but the only changes is that Percy and Stanley are involved with the chase, and during this chase, Spencer tries to derail both Percy and Stanley by sending them down a different line. But aside from that, the chase scene plays out as normal, and Hero starts breaking down, and parts start falling off him, and because of this causes Hero to go slower and slower until Hero runs out of steam. And just like just like in the original film, Thomas as well as Percy and Stanley are upset about what happened, and now they don't know what to do. That is until Gordon swoops in and distracts Spencer, and then both Gordon and Spencer race to the Duke and Duchess's summer house, whilst Thomas, along with Percy and Stanley, hide Hero in a siding down the line. And then Gordon manages to make it to the station before Spencer, and then just like in the original film, Spencer gets reprimanded and told off by both Sir Topham Hatt and the Duke and Duchess of Boxford. And then the rest, the scene where Thomas comforts Hero plays out the same. Then we cut back to Tidmouth sheds where Thomas as well as his friends are wondering what to do now that Hero's in a state of disrepair. All the other engines start thinking of ways to repair Hero before they all go to sleep. And then the next day, Spencer sees Thomas up ahead as Thomas is delivering some supplies to the summer house. But while that is happening, Gordon, as well as a few as well as the rest of the team and a few other engines, these being Duck, Donald, Douglas, Oliver, Stanley, Bill and Ben, Arthur, Murdoch, Molly and Neville, as well as Skarloey, whom Edward managed to bring to Hero via well wagon. All talk to Hero and comfort him, and then we cut back to Thomas as Thomas talks to Hero, and the chase scene in between Thomas and Spencer plays out as normal as it does in the original film. And then Spencer changes tracks on the same to go on the same line that Thomas is, but just like in the film, Spencer, the bridge was too heavy for Spencer, and Spencer and the bridge ends up breaking, and Spencer ends up falling into the river, just like in the actual film.